The Treasonous Political Parties Enforcement Acts, no Crown and constitutional authority, now under their Republic seal, or treason. Family Court of Australia Act 1975, Act Number 53. Federal Court of Australia Act 1976, Number 156. Australian Federal Police Act 1979, Number 58. High Court of Australia Act 1979, Number 137. The above three courts sit in the pretence of, but knowingly having no Crown and constitutional authority equals treason. The Australian Federal Police are mercenaries working for a foreign company having no Crown and constitutional authority, which equals treason. These treasonous political parties enforcement acts are for the status of their Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation. In the Oxford Dictionary, status, noun, the official classification given to a person, country. Therefore, under a sovereign, independent and federal nation, this nation is not within our Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901, consisting of its preamble, clauses 1 to 9 and the schedule, as our constitution is for a constitutional monarchy.
This pushing this word status, like they talk about their Commonwealth of Australia, the status of their Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign independent federal nation. By using the word status, they are enforcing their definition of their Commonwealth of Australia. States, it is a definite enforcement, so there's no way out of that system. And when you look at it, there has never been a referendum for the Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign independent federal nation. This is all outside our Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901 as proclaimed and gazetted. It is treason for them to enforce their courts, their laws and all their whole system over the people as established under the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901 as proclaimed and gazetted.
This is today, January 2020, this was written and on that day. Seal of the Republic, sovereign, independent and federal nation. Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act, the Constitution. Treasonous political parties definition of Commonwealth of Australia. Compilation date 29th of July 1977 and then 18th of November 2021. The above was done by deceit. After the treasonous political parties got their enforcement, private Australian Federal Police, mercenaries, and their High Court of Australia, in treason, all after 1977, their constitution became the Constitution together with the Australia Act 1986 for their sovereign, independent and federal nation, which equals treason. Queen's counsels, are they just dumb or what? Lawyers, liars. Barristers sold their souls to work within these courts. Money became their god. The contrary intention has never appeared to this very day from the day the treasonous political parties changed the constitutional and official definitions in 1973, all done without a referendum while sitting in our Parliament. Parliament is a legislative body capable only of exercising enumerated powers. Its powers are determined and limited by actual grants to be found within the Constitution. Anything not granted to it is denied to it. From 1976 to 1980, every state removed the defender of the faith, therefore removed all rights to own anything, including our land, our own bodies, children, After this, we as people own nothing. Fact. Being abstract, we have no God, no soul. Church leaders sold their souls and ours to the treasonous political parties. All states created this act of treason in conjunction with the status of the Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation. Australia Acts Request Act 1985. First paragraph. An act to enable the constitutional arrangements affecting the Commonwealth and the states to be brought into conformity with the status of the Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation. And the Oxford Dictionary meaning: status, noun, the official classification given to a country. Under the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901, Section 128 is referendum entrenched. To change the status of the Commonwealth of Australia as a constitutional monarchy to become a sovereign, independent and federal nation. When was the referendum to become a sovereign, independent and federal nation? Never has been. That's treason. Second paragraph. Whereas the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth and the Premiers of the states at conferences held in Canberra on the 24th and 25th of June 1982 and the 21st of June 1984 agreed on the taking of certain measures to bring constitutional arrangements affecting the Commonwealth and the states into conformity with the status of the Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation. The Governor-General, Prime Minister, State Governors and the Premiers of the states conspired on 2 occasions to restrain and overthrow the Queen, as shown below, from her position within the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901, therefore also removing the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901 consisting of its preamble clauses 1 to 9 and the schedule. Elizabeth II, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and our other realms and territories, Queen, Head of the Commonwealth, Defender of the Faith. When was the referendum to become a sovereign, independent and federal nation? Treason. Third paragraph. And whereas it has been agreed that the Parliament of the Commonwealth, at the request of the Parliaments of the States, in pursuance of Section 5138 of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Australia, should enact in the terms in the first schedule. The status of the Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation has no authority over the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901, so can't engage the use of Section 5138, but the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901 and criminal laws have authority over the status of the Commonwealth of Australia as a sovereign, independent and federal nation. So when was the referendum to become a sovereign, independent and federal nation? Treason. Section 13 of the Australia Acts Request Act 1985. Amendment of Constitution Act of Queensland 13.1. The Constitution Act 1867 to 1978 of the State of Queensland is in this section referred to as the Principal Act. Number 2. Section 11A of the Principal Act is amended in subsection 3. A. By omitting from paragraph A, 1. And signet, and 2. Constituted under letters patent under the Great Seal of the United Kingdom, and B. By omitting from paragraph B, 1. And signet, and 2. Whenever and so long as the office of Governor is vacant or the Governor is incapable of discharging the duties of administration or has departed from Queensland. Number 3, Section 11B of the Principal Act is amended. A. By omitting governor to conform to instructions and substituting definition of Royal Sign Manual. B. By omitting subsection 1, and C. By omitting from subsection 2, number 1, 2, number 2, this section and in, and number 3, and the expression signet means the seal commonly used for the sign manual of the sovereign, or the seal with which documents are sealed by the Secretary of State in the United Kingdom on behalf of the sovereign.
The signet is the authority of the commission. They cover the signet up or remove the signet from the commissions. That is total treason.
Number 4, Section 14 of the Principal Act is amended in subsection 2 by omitting subject to his performing his duty prescribed by Section 11B.